Good evening and welcome to another episode of Super Deluxe Gamescast. It is Thursday, September the 8th. That dog in the background is a lot.
I'm turning my mic down. Twig's losing it.
Oh, so like Twiggy's just sad that Uncle John isn't there. I think she knows she can hear Uncle John somewhere, and she's really upset that she actually can't see me. That's the narrative, Derek, that I choose to go with. How's everybody doing this week?
Doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty
okay?
good. It's been it's been an interesting week full of ups and downs.
Sure it has. Yeah.
Not a lot of news this week.
Yeah. Just a very slow week for international news.
As I put in the title of the stream video, we are not talking about it tonight. We're not talking about it tonight.
Especially because that has nothing to do with video games, GameSpot.
Not last time I checked.
Not one thing. But we may not be talking about international events tonight, but we do have an international guest, who is Ryan Easby. Ryan, what's up, man?
What's up? I'm glad to be here. How are you guys doing been the longest day of my life?
I was gonna say, like, I think the more important question, Ryan, is how are you doing today?
It's we're halfway through a week that's been the longest week of my professional career, and it's barely started. But other than that, I'm doing okay.
Good. Now we Finn is supposed to be here.
Finn and Britt
to talk about PAX. He's gonna be late.
Here.
He's gonna be a little late. Britt is just being Britt.
Britt has a tendency to be fashionably late, so 9:05 on the nose. I bet she'll be here.
I want to point out, Derek, I want to really specify something you said. Fashionably late.
Yes.
Like, she is very fashionably late. I will never ever take that away from her, ever. But the show must go on. We've got lots of video game related stuff to talk about. We're definitely not talking about The Thing. Just want to make that clear one more time.
We're not even talking about Nintendo Direct rumors because it would require us indirectly to talk about The Thing, and we're not doing that.
So just as an aside on that, Derek, I don't think that's actually going to happen. I don't think there's going to be.
We're not
delays
talking about
to
it.
Directs.
We're not talking about it.
You don't need to bring it up, John.
Okay, my bad. All right, fine.
You don't need to.
So, why don't we kick this off the way we normally do? And talk about what we've been playing this week. And I will go ahead and I'll go ahead and kick it off here. I've been replaying Live Alive because that game fucking rules. It is. I never would have expected this, but that game is right up there with Chrono Trigger for me, as like tied with Chrono Trigger as my second favorite game of all time. Like, Live Alive is just an incredible fucking game that I personally think succeeds at everything it does. It's going to become one of those annual plays of mine. And it just, I'm almost done with it again. And it's just a marvel to me playing this game and imagining that it initially came out in 1994, which is just as experimental and just fundamentally weird as this fucking game is. I cannot believe that something like this actually came out in 1994. Something as just like, just that completely takes all those JRPG tropes just as they were like becoming a thing and completely throws them out the window and turns them on their head. Like, just wild thinking about what Japanese gamers must have thought while they were playing Live Alive. Like coming off the heels of something like, Secret of Mana and Final Fantasy 4, and it just absolutely fucking bonkers that this game even was a thing back then. I think it came out after Final Fantasy 6 too, actually, or definitely 5. It came out after 5.
94 was 3 years before 7, so it has to have been 6, right?
I believe it might have, in Japan, it might have come out after 6, because back then, like, worldwide launches weren't a thing. Like, Japan would get something and we'd get it like 8 months later, 9 months later, maybe sometimes a year later. Because I know Final Fantasy 6 came out in, I want to say November, December of 1994.
April of 94.
April. So in Japan, it came out in April. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
okay.
So Live Alive, is after Final Fantasy 6.
That's
I did
wild
research
to me.
like on a podcast, which you're not supposed to do.
Oh, but it's fine.
We're supposed to just be loud and correct.
Derek, there's no professionalism here, my friend. But yeah, that's just fucking absolutely wild to me. So aside from that, I've been doing the usual, Final Fantasy 14, and tomorrow I'm going to be playing some Splatoon 3 when that drops.
That's
I love
tomorrow.
Splatoon.
Yeah,
that is tomorrow, dude. That's tomorrow. And apparently this game has a really dope fucking single player mode.
The first two both did.
I didn't think the first one did. The first one didn't
I really
have
liked both of their campaigns. So
the first one even have a campaign because I don't remember that.
I don't remember one having a campaign.
Yeah, I mean it's just a shorter, slightly less complex version of what was in 2, but it's same concept. Yeah,
I legitimately did not know that. Weird.
I remember loving the very Mario Galaxy style level design of it being chunk to chunk in its level progression.
Chunk to chunk.
I don't know how else to describe it.
No, that's good. No, I like that. There's a very meaty connotation to that I find very satisfying. I don't know why I took up there, but I did. So anyway, Ryan, what are you playing this week, dude?
Hey, it's Britt.
It's me.
Oh, there's Britt. See, I told you fashionably late. Britt, look how fashionable you are.
9:06. I was off by 1 minute.
What did you say?
I said 9:05 on the dot.
He said 9:05.
I'm so good at this.
He was really
We're all
close.
gonna Venmo John our bets.
He was
What did you
really
say? You guys made bets? I hate you guys so much. I quit.
We didn't
I
make
quit.
bets.
I fucking quit.
All right, Ryan, what have you been playing this week?
I'm on the same wavelength as John, but slightly bigger. I've been playing replaying Mass Effect Legendary Edition. It's
What's Mass Effect?
Shut the fuck up, John. I'll fight you.
Uncultured filth.
It's honestly, as a child, I played Mass Effect 1.
That's a phrase that fucking hurts me to hear, man.
That's really
I'm just
upsetting.
gonna say
Because I was in the Marine Corps when Mass Effect 1 came out. I was actually 1 year from getting out.
Oh
of
no,
the Marine Corps.
I was a whopping 10 years old when Mass
Fuck
Effect
both of you.
I was 9 when it
Both
dropped.
of
I was
you.
12 when I played it for the first time. But I never beat Mass Effect 1 because those vehicle sections are the worst thing in a video game. They are horrifically bad to play through as a child. They are horrifically bad to play through as an adult. But the Legendary Edition fixed it, so I've been going through them all again. I finally beat Mass Effect 1. I replayed Mass Effect 2, which, as a game, I forgot how good that is. As a game and a story, I've never been more affected by my own choices, if that makes sense.
yeah, for sure.
Then I played Mass Effect 3 again, and I've never played the DLC, I should say, in 3. And playing through the Citadel DLC made me realise I've been missing a significant chunk of this game.
I'm not gonna give my opinions on Mass Effect because I want to remain friends with everyone.
You know, somebody who I love hearing their Mass Effect opinions from is CJ. I fucking loved CJ.
Oh, yeah, because I played the first game for the first time.
And you gave up. That was you.
Wait, CJ, why did you give up? Why did you give up?
Because Rex, fucking their best character, died.
Yeah, because
Ashley killed Rex.
Rex died in my campaign. So I didn't want him to die because fuck it, I identified with Rex a lot.
Yeah.
That's a CJ problem. That's your fault. You killed Rex.
Okay, well I didn't. First of all, space racist who sounds way too much like Mila Kunis killed Rex. And the thing is, I don't know what happened. I forgot exactly what had happened. Cause I played that game and I finished it the week I played it. Which I really do for games like that. And everyone's like, "Oh, just go back to a late load." I'm like, "Oh man, I gotta see it through. I gotta move on. I just gotta carry this guilt."
I'm not gonna lie, when I first played it, because I never beat Mass Effect 1, it auto-imported, which means Rex just died, and I didn't know why. I didn't know what happened. I'm just sat there, they're all talking about the incident, and I'm like, What the fuck happened? What happened to you?
See, Ashley was just a racist piece of shit to me, so I treated her like garbage the whole time. And Rex is my favorite Mass Effect character, hands down throughout the entire series. And so I took him everywhere with me. I did everything for him. So when I found out that he could actually die in that scene, I was like, no, he's my boy.
Could you romance Rex?
No.
You can't romance a fucking Krogan in any one of those games, and it's a damn shame.
That's I mean,
how much of it's the voice?
I didn't romance any of my crew members because that's unprofessional, John.
CJ is a consummate officer.
You only said that because you couldn't romance Tally in the first game.
That sounds like something a cop would say.
Also, I played as the female shepherd, so I couldn't romance any of the female characters in that first game. I think.
You can, Liara.
Ashley.
Liara
and Ashley.
I actually let Ashley die because she sucks.
Right.
Right.
Easy choice.
That's an easy choice, right?
Did Ashley live in my game? I forgot. Hold up.
Everyone's like, "Well, Caden's boring," and I'm like, "Have you heard his voice?
Really boring.
Have you? Okay,
really
but have you heard his voice?
It's so
He's
good.
got that smoke.
And to be honest, a lot of the characters are boring, right? Like that what's his name? Zaid. Is that his name in the second
May
one?
he rest in peace, John.
Like he's boring. He's boring. Like I feel like half the like some of the characters are really good, but I feel like some of the characters in Mass Effect 2, they just kind of tacked on. And
almost
not
always the humans too. The humans almost all suck except for Kasumi. Kasumi.
That's
rules.
the problem with Andromeda too. Is the human like. Aside from Liam, like the humans are the most boring thing in that fucking game.
There's nothing that made it that way.
What?
I daren't ask who Liam is. I got 5 hours into Andromeda and I don't remember anything.
He's the male human character that you get.
I should
remember how they had to add one teammate for Mass Effect 3, one new character, and they gave you fucking Freddie Prinze Jr.
Okay, all right. So hold on.
Oh my god, but no. Okay, a friend of mine sent me the dialogue. Holy shit!
It's not good.
The Latino dialogue in that
funny, not funny. Ha ha.
Oh my god!
Freddie Prinze Jr. was in Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Listen, any man who's good enough for
Vega.
Buffy's good enough for me.
Hold on, I thought he was in Dragon Age. He was the big bull dude.
BioWare
did two games, John. I don't know if you know that. Like Troy Baker
BioWare have like 3 voice actors, and they share them.
Grant, you can't just type things like that in chat.
Wow.
I love
Grant.
you. Oh my god, I was getting so.
No, Grant, don't go. Grant, stick around. Don't fucking go anywhere.
He's busy. It's okay.
Yeah,
He's at least stay in chat, Grant. But so like my most vivid memory of Freddie Prinze Jr. in Dragon Age. I didn't know. Hold on, which
I really thought it was just going to be your most vivid memory of Freddie Prinze Jr. Period.
Well, no. Which character was he in Mass Effect?
He's Vega in 3.
All that.
Which one?
He's Vega in 3. The party member you forget about. Exactly. He's the new
He's
human.
the ripped bro that you get in the beginning of the game.
He's the Latino jarhead character.
The absolute worst Latino writing ever. Man,
It's
it made
bad.
Cyberpunk look like fucking, you know.
Was he saying stuff like essay, CJ?
Oh, basically.
Like,
basically,
He does say that in
oh my god.
Mass Effect 3. He does say that.
was he like, yo, what's up? You know where you at, essay?
I never played it, but I got sent like everyone's obviously like, CJ, you would like this because I just finished Mass Effect 1, the only one I played, and they're like, oh CJ, I know we all know how much you love fucking awful Latino dialogue in games. So they sent me like Vegas, some clips of Vega. I'm like, holy shit, this is horrible. It makes Cyberpunk look like an Oscar-worthy foreign film at that point. Oh my god, like, oh my god, fuck it. You know what? It made me miss Ashley.
I remember that Freddie Prinze Jr. was the big bull guy in Dragon Age, and the reason I remember that is because I was like, I didn't finish the game because it bored me to tears. So I watched some of the cutscenes on YouTube, and there was one cutscene where you could romance the big bull guy. I don't know his name. and like
What is he? Who is he talking about? Why can't I picture like what
the big
character?
bowl guy. The
His
big
name
bowl.
is literally like Iron Bowl or something, right?
Or Iron Bowl,
okay.
right?
Yeah,
Iron
okay.
Bowl.
Yeah.
Like
I thought you were saying bowl
like,
as in BOWL,
person-
and there was like a reference to the shape
this-
of something. I was like, who
No,
the fuck is he
no.
talking about?
this person, like in their game, they just got done boning Iron Bowl, and somebody walks in while they're lying in bed, and they're like, oh, and Iron Bull is like, yeah, she was just taking that, and I'm just like, wow, like, holy shit, Iron Bull, like, gee, like, wow, that's really something, and I was like, okay, well, okay, Dragon Age, like, can you imagine like you're Freddie Prinze Jr. and you're handed that line to read, and you're like, no, really? I gotta read that? Like, I have
The
to say
life
that?
of an actor, John. Sometimes
To
you
be
don't
fair, the
have to
guy's
do.
in Star Wars before. He's used to bad dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Ryan, have you been playing anything else?
Apart from Mass Effect, I recently got a Rock Band 4 guitar. Finally, the first time in about 5 years, I've been getting back to that. I've spent an ungodly amount of money on songs, but other than that, not really. No.
All right, who wants to go? Brittany, since you were the last to arrive, why don't you go next?
You know, we're still missing Finn. I'm just gonna point that out.
Finn's fine. Like he'll
At least I showed up, Finn.
Assuming
Like he
Finn
was like,
doesn't show
I'm
up.
on, and I was like, oh, Finn's on. I gotta be there, and he's not here. Like I joined the call, and I was like, where's Finn?
He's avoiding you.
He usually does. Yeah, it's usually CJ who avoids me,
See,
but
Britt,
today it's Finn.
I'm here.
Yeah, I don't avoid anyone. Britt, what are you playing this week?
Right,
What-
you just
what-
bulldoze your way into everybody's lives. We understand. We get that.
Right.
Okay, you
With
know
all
what?
the usual confidence of a white man his size. And he's gone. Britt, what you been
Tell John
playing?
to come back, but not out of anything personal, just to not fuck up the levels of the audio, because knowing Finn's gonna come in.
Yeah.
here.
What if I
Please
just
come back, John.
what if I just
Thank you.
remove him? I can
I feel so bad. Oh my god.
Look, now here's John bulldozing his way in back. Into the
Don't do it.
That's what I'm doing.
So I've just been playing Final Fantasy 14. I'm trying to level up all my baby jobs to get them higher levels, so I stop having trash in my inventory because it's bothering me.
What's your actual main job, Britt?
It's dancer.
Dancer, right? Okay.
Yeah, so I mained Bard all the way up to was it Stormblood Dancer released? No, it was Shadowbringers.
Shadowbringers was
Was it?
Dancer. Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you're right because Samurai and
Samurai and Machinist were Stormblood.
no, it's Machinist, Dark Knight, and Astrologian were Heaven's Word.
Okay. I don't know what the fuck.
Samurai and Red Mage were Stormblood. That's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Anyway,
I was right and I was wrong.
So I've been playing, just leveling up my baby jobs. Like I had everything at 30, so I had sub jobs unlocked, and the ones I had at actual 30 though were Black Mage, Monk, Machinist, and then my Dark Knight was at 40. So I leveled up Black Mage to 50. I leveled up Dark Knight to 50, and I'm at 48 with Machinist. So I'm cruising along. I'm just trying
Machinist is such a great fucking job.
So every job sucks at low level. That's what I'm discovering, because it's all just like you get 2 buttons and that's it. I don't think you really get to experience how a job is, at least until you hit 80. So it's just been boring so far because I'm just spamming the same dungeons over and over again. But other than that, I've been working on my island, which is such a chore now.
It sounds like you're souring on that island a little bit.
I am souring a little bit on the island because it's basically just Diadem 2.0. Once you hit level 6, then there's not a whole lot to do anymore.
I'm not gonna lie, Britt. I kind of fell off the island myself. I was like, okay, like whatever.
Once you hit level 6, it just kind of goes downhill, and
it's a nice idea, but the execution of it, I feel needs a little. There needs to be more waiting for me, right?
And the workshop is confusing as fuck.
Yes, it
And
is.
so there's a Reddit, like, of course, somebody made a guide for it from Reddit. And then the person who made the guide had to make a video explaining the guide because of how confusing and convoluted the workshops are. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, Britt. I feel like to anybody who is like at the very beginning stages of your island sanctuary, don't spend the shit you're earning until you're done with the island, because the game will, like, the island will fucking punish you for spending that shit too early.
I didn't
like,
spend a dime until, like, I finally just bought my I wanted a haircut from there, and I finally just bought that, and I was able to build back up to 5,000 again. But then you have to use that shit to buy, to send people out to gather materials for you, so you can upgrade your stuff.
It sounds like a multi-level marketing scheme.
Gave up.
Is this still Final Fantasy 14?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That game's a lot bigger than I thought it was.
They gave rules.
I didn't realize you could, like, Animal Crossing in it.
Yeah, so they added, so it's like Animal Crossing at first, and then once the honeymoon wears off real quick.
Yeah, it doesn't have anywhere near the charm that Animal Crossing does, and I say that as a massive Final Fantasy 14 fanboy.
Yeah,
like it's just kind of there, and to be honest with you, like, they really need to just make it available from level 1, because grinding all the way to 60 for this, like if you're expecting something that's gonna like become a massive fun time sink for you, you're not gonna get it. Like, it's not quite as exciting as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah. But that's all I've been doing, is just leveling up my low level jobs in 14. Oh, and I've been doing the elephant people beast trap quests. Those are really fun and silly.
What are they called again?
The Axara? I can't remember.
I want
like
for the Laporids, damn it. I want the Laporids.
No, next is Omicrons are next.
Oh, the Omicrons are next. Okay, I want some cool ass robotic Omicron gear.
I want some pudding way gear. That's what I want. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, just playing 14. And
one question for you, Britt. Have you done the Barbaricia fight?
Yeah, I sure the fuck have.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It is.
So she is such, like, have you done the missions afterwards where you get to go through their backstories and stuff?
Yes.
So good. It's so good. And the music, chef's kiss.
My son, Derek, it's a great rendition of Battle Against the Four Fiends from Final Fantasy IV. But the Barbaricia fight is like one of the most hectic fights just on normal that I've come across. My son plays Final Fantasy 14, and he was watching me do the Barbaricia fight, and you know what I'm talking about, Britt. The second phase of the fight, when she really like amped shit up, like, he was like, "Oh my god!"
Step on me. Yes.
I was like, he was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, the second phase of that fight, you are constantly moving. You are not standing still.
That's when it's like so good to be a ranged character, right? Because you can just bounce everywhere. And like, I died like so much the first like 2 tries, and then like after that didn't die once. Like, I caught on real quick, and I loved it because it reminded me of a Realm Reborn, like the primal like Titan and Garuda there, because it's all ground-based attacks. And I'm very good at that. I'm not good at like, okay, you need to watch like which way they're like raising their hand and gonna swing their sword, or you need to watch the outside of the map to make sure. Like, I'm really good at focusing on where I am in the moment. So I caught on that fight super fucking quick, and I was like, yes, thank you. Like, no more starboard fucking whatever shit that they do to signal when an attack is coming or where an attack is coming. It was just like all visual on the ground, and I thrive in that environment. I haven't raided or done EX in so long because it's just not in front of my face. When it's off to the side, like, I can't do it. But when it's like right, like, I caught on instantly, and I was like, yes.
I'm diving into the extreme version of this fight this weekend. I can't wait.
Oh, you?
Yeah, but I'm like in the high level raid tier stuff in Final Fantasy 14, so I love doing that shit.
I wish I had time for Final Fantasy 14, because like everything about
it's only
it seems
400
like,
hours to catch up.
It's
That's so
and
many
it's
games I
critically
could play
acclaimed
instead.
and it's free up until.
But everything
is
about it does seem
absolutely
like it
critically
should be
acclaimed.
my shit. They tried their hardest. They rolled out Male Vieira, and they were like,
Ooh.
if this doesn't work, we're never catching this fucker. And you know, it wasn't enough.
Derek, they're so pretty. And
I know.
very
Look,
sexy at the same
very
time.
few things have awoken such a predatory instinct in me as Male Vieira, but it doesn't matter because I'm not playing FF14. I don't have
I will say
time.
this, Derek. I know that you love Final Fantasy IV, and right now the main story is just completely leaning
I
in
know.
Final
I just have
Fantasy
to
IV.
spend 400 hours to get there.
Okay, or you could watch a YouTube video of the cutscenes.
That's not the
And then
same.
boost and.
You could do that, Derek. A lot of people do
That's
that.
not the same.
But you're missing trash. You're not missing anything like vital. Like
No.
Derek, you could
Anyway.
just Final Fantasy with your friends. That sounds weird when you say it like that. Don't do that.
Not that
Derek,
weird.
what are you playing this week?
You know, I've been playing mostly the same stuff I'd been playing, right? I'm working through Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Been playing through Monster Hunter Rise, slowly but surely.
I saw you on that on the Switch the other day playing that shit.
Yeah, because I saw you on Live Alive, and I was like, oh, John's replaying Live Alive. The only thing that's really been any different is I did start replaying Banjo-Tooie.
I never played
which-
Banjo-Tooie.
I played
really-
Banjo.
I really like Banjo-Tooie. Like, it's definitely not as tight of an experience as Banjo-Kazooie is, but I enjoy all of the weird, like, cross-level bullshit that there's stuff you have to do in certain levels to actually progress in other levels, and I like a lot of the variety in the game, and it's not as messy as Donkey Kong 64. But the problem is I lost like 5 hours worth of progress, so I just can't bring myself to keep playing.
Oh man.
I forgot to save, and I just like I came back to it one
That's
day, and
the
I was
fucking
like,
worst.
yeah, I was like 5 hours back. I was like, fuck, man, I can't do it. So
How does the game feel in 2022 after we've had so many amazing platformers?
yeah, it's like it's messy, right? Because especially like it's got Nintendo 64 camera where the camera moves in like specific 30-degree increments instead of being a smooth camera. That's always hard to go back to. But the game is also designed in terms of its platforming around the fact that it's not super smooth and precise, right? So it's one of those things where Rare knew that they couldn't require too much out of you if the camera was going to be that rigid. And that's why I think Tooie doubled down on variety rather than trying to give tighter and more complex versions of what Kazooie did. It tried to just give you more and more shit that was surface level different. But like that worked for me. So yeah. But yeah, I mean that's it. I've just been playing. Brett, I can't hear you.
I was thinking about playing Banjo the other day and I miss it.
Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie's real good. Banjo-Tooie's a good time, and they're funny. Like they're funny games.
How are you playing it, Derek?
Oh, emulating, obviously.
Okay,
Super
no, just one
64.
down.
Obviously.
Okay, it's on Rare Replay.
It is, but Rare Replay is not on PC. So.
That's what, okay. That's all I was asking.
Yeah.
That's all I was
Isn't it
asking.
on Game Pass?
Yes, it is.
Not on PC?
Not on PC though.
Uh-huh.
I think
But
Rare
yeah,
Replay's
if you've got an Xbox system, like there's a lot of good games
that's
on
how
Rare
I played
Replay.
the first like 2 hours of Banjo-Kazooie before realizing this is not for me.
Yeah, it's got to be like a certain type, but you know.
Oh, I love that shit. Gobble
But I love
gobble
it.
it up.
Give me them classic platformers, man.
Am I right in
about it.
saying that in Banjo-Tooie it like opens with like one of the main characters of the first one's
Yeah,
just
Bottles
dying?
fucking dies.
just-
And that's like
Nice.
the greatest thing ever, man.
Bottles
More
gets
main-
fucking murked in the opening cutscene, and he's a
All right.
ghost.
Derek, let me ask you this. Are
Yeah.
you a Nights into Dreams kind of guy?
Not really. I don't like nights.
Wow.
I don't.
Really interesting.
I think it's messy. I think it's messy,
Interesting.
and I don't think it has enough going for it. Now, of course, Charlotte is like a huge apologist for Nights into Dreams. But it's just not for me. I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's for me.
As a platforming stan, I would love to see CJ. Have you played Nights into Dreams on the Saturn?
No, never. Because
You
that was like that
really
weird
need to.
period. It was. I had a Switch. I mean, I had a Wii, and that was advertised heavily to me because I owned Sonic and the Secret Rings and Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
It's on modern
Ooh.
consoles, dude. You should give it a shot because
Is it?
that shit
It's on Knights is on modern consoles.
Yeah, it's on PS4. You can download on PS5 right now. It's on Xbox.
I love I love Sonic Team at this point.
Or you could download RPCS3 and emulate Dynasty Warriors Gundam Reborn.
Oh, okay.
Why would you do that though?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, you can
I
play
could
Sonic
do that.
06.
I love Sonic 06's music. I love Derek, I don't have a PC powerful enough for that, but I'll keep that in mind, I guess. I gotta play Knights. I gotta play like Knights and Billy Hatcher, like the two games I've been dying to like play out of like.
I never played Billy Hatcher.
CJ, what are you playing right now?
What am I playing right now?
What are you playing
Derek,
this
are you done?
week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What did I talked like last time? I talked about Final Fantasy VII, Pac-Man World, and Saints Row. I put Final Fantasy VII Remake and Saints Row on pause to finish Pac-Man World for review. I finished it. Great game. Like it's such a solid platformer. Those boss fights are probably the best in like the genre because it you know what is it? We got platforming games that are like there's two types of bosses in like 3D platformers. Those are like, incredibly stupidly hard for no reason, and those that look nice. And there's no balance, right? There's no balance between like something engaging gameplay wise and like aesthetically pleasing, unless you're like a Mario Odyssey or you know what I'm saying. So Pac-Man World does both, where they're like, well, we'll introduce some new element with each boss fight. So like one of them will play like basically a Galaxian level, which blew me. I'm like, holy shit, this is like the greatest thing in the world. With the sound effects and everything and the perspective change. There's a racing sequence that comes out of nowhere that's like all about drifting. And the way you beat that boss is by getting first place. There's one that's played in like this weird, like the boss is like in a first person perspective and you're running away from the camera. It's some cool shit like that I loved. It's still a basic ass, you know, when did the game come out? Like 99, 98?
It was a GameCube game, wasn't it?
No, the PS1 game.
The first one was PS1.
game.
Yeah.
PS1.
Repack is a remake of the PS1 game, so it does the whole Crash Bandicoot thing, where it really doesn't like the Insane Trilogy thing, where it like gives it a fresh coat of paint. It gives it one main accessibility feature, which is an easy mode that allows you to have like these like blocks in between certain platforming parts, so you can like just walk over them instead of jumping over them, and also lets you hang in the air a little bit longer. I kind of wish there was like an unlimited lives option because it baffles me that there's a modern platforming game with lives. That kind of annoyed me, but everything else, it's a solid game. It's a really great game. The highest compliment I could pay it is like I would have like eaten this shit up if I was younger and if I played it when I was younger. Like this would have been like that up there with like what Sonic Heroes is like the rotation as far as like CJ platformers. And other than that, I've been playing. I got back in the Fortnite. I'm all in, baby.
Wow.
Battle Pass this season.
Maximum gaming.
Yes.
All right, no. What is it? I got in because I'm like the Dragon Ball stuff looked cool. I missed out on buying Goku, Beerus, and Vegeta, but you could still get the Kamehameha as like a power up in the game. Holy shit, Christine and I are all in. We
Good.
bought the Battle Pass.
Good.
We've been playing every day to like every day. Every fucking day we've been playing. And I posted the picture in the group chat, the Indiana Jones playing Pac-Man as like one of his emotes. That's it. It's absolute peak gaming. Sure, it's some metaverse bullshit. You know, we're all like beta testing like some awful dystopian thing we're doing, but I love it. It's a fun battle royale game. I finally found like, you know, everyone has like their Destinies or their Final Fantasy 14s. I finally found like the one thing I'm playing at. And Christine's just sad because she knows, like, you know, by late October that'll all end when Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 drops, and I will.
You know,
that's it. I'm out. Like, she's excited. Like, oh my god, we're playing through. We're gonna get everything in the Battle Pass. I'm like, yeah, don't get used to it, babe. It's October 28th is right around the corner. The week after Extra Life, I'm out. I'm noping out. But no, it's good. It's a good time. It's a really fun time. They changed up everything. Like now it has like this weird RPG progression system. There's like quests you can do in the middle of a game. There's like weird upgrade path. I don't know. It's bizarre, but I'm in love with it. I'm like I feel it feels good to be back into a multiplayer shooter like this that I can play with Christine.
Dude, that's outstanding.
It's a good time. We gotta get an SDGC Fortnite stream it.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it. John, what if they added like Cloud from Final Fantasy VII in it?
It would not sway me.
Really?
Would
You
not
don't want to
sway
see
me.
Cloud with a fucking like SMG? Like,
No, I don't want to see that at all.
Seeing
actually.
Spider-Man with the strap was definitely a lot.
I mean,
So the weirdest thing I've seen in my life was that screenshot.
I'm just like, I saw that. I'm like, man, Spider-Man doesn't kill. This isn't cool. Like, it's not
That
cool
was your
at all.
issue with
He
wasn't
just
it?
blows out their kneecaps.
I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. I'll say it on air. Like as soon as Peter Griffin like drops in Fortnite, that's it. That's the only game I'll play for like, ever. As soon as it happens, straight up.
I mean, it's destined to happen. It's foretold.
It's for they add.
I'm honestly surprised the Simpsons haven't dropped in there yet.
Bro, straight up. Let me play.
Legit surprised.
Let me play
Millhouse of all people.
No, if you're gonna play as anyone, as any Simpsons character in Fortnite, it's got to be Ooter, right? Stop chasing me with your assault rifle! like,
I gotta add. No, okay. I'm telling you, every time I play the game, I'm killed by someone new. I got killed by fucking Ezio. I got killed by Bulma. I got killed by fucking Prowler from Spider. I got killed by fucking Chun-Li. Everything.
You fucking know Garfield is coming.
Chun-Li.
You know Garfield is coming, right?
Garfield's
It's happening.
No, they got to do Garfield, Arlene, Nermal, and Odie. All four. They got to do like that.
Garfield is
Die
absolutely
inside.
fucking coming, dude.
I will
Voiced by
kill
Bill
every
Murray.
Nermal.
Never say
Straight up.
Garfield is coming ever again.
Yes.
Please.
Garfield is coming so hard right now, Derek. Like,
We know the Ghostbusters aren't in
Can
it.
you shut the fuck up, John?
Derek,
I hate
Garfield's
Mondays. I
we
love
know-
lasagna, and I am coming.
Garfield is coming.
2022.
Garfield is coming sooner than you think, actually. Like, and you're not even gonna, Derek. You're not even gonna see when Garfield's coming. You're not gonna know it, but it's gonna happen.
So look,
and it's gonna
on the
hit you
Garfield-
right in the face. It's gonna
on the
hit you right
Garfield
in the
calendar
face,
today.
Derek.
Today's September 8th. Nothing else happened.
I like that you just have that.
Because
the ready.
It was a Christmas gift for Christina. She got me a Garfield calendar. All right, September 8th. Garfield's looking out the window saying, "John's yard work skills are iffy." Second panel, someone's being chased by a lawnmower. Who is it? It's John. And then at the end, Garfield's smiling, saying, "I'll be entertaining." It's a good little joke.
That's
little Thursday night joke.
fucking murderous, dude. Like, Garfield is fucking dark, man.
Garfield doesn't care. It's not Monday.
Holy
He has lasagna.
shit, dude.
He's fine.
Hey, John,
All right,
please drone
so-
strike me.
So, Eric, you know I can't do that. So I don't know where Finn's at.
We can hold off on the PAX West stuff until he
so
maybe
why don't we get
arrives.
into the why don't we talk about Microsoft, Sony, and Call of Duty? And I want to preface this by saying I think Call of Duty focusing on the Iraq War maybe for the next century is a really stupid fucking idea, and you shouldn't.
You knew it was gonna happen, though. You knew that shit was coming one day.
absolutely
Knew it.
Treyarch of all companies, the most tasteless.
It is gonna be Treyarch, isn't it?
Incredible. Oh my god. The
Good
same
news,
guys who
John.
brought you,
5
like,
Days in
Last-
Fallujah's not coming out because they're partnering with Treyarch for Call of Duty
The
Iraq
worst
War.
thing is, if the older leaks are right and the images are that were leaked are for the next one, it's a Black Ops game. As well.
Yeah, oh my god, bro, we're gonna get glass eating back. How fucking Jesus.
So
fucking Christ.
so and I do feel like this is important to focus on, right? Because I mean, do I believe the next Call of Duty is going to focus on the Iraq War? Yeah, I do. I believe the rumors, right? Like, I think that's absolutely fucking true. Is my camera frozen for everyone?
It sure does appear to be, but you know.
That's weird. But anyway, like, face accurately,
John?
John's
Oh,
been
no.
talking about Call of
Yep,
Duty.
he's gone.
That's what
Just
happened.
silenced him.
Yeah. John's really focused on Call of Duty focusing on the Iraq War, and it's really not what we were intending to talk about, but I see that he's going to make that happen.
There
Hi.
we go. That was
There we
weird.
go.
But
Wrong
anyway,
microphone.
I feel like and I
Yeah,
know
John.
we weren't originally we were
John.
going to focus on.
Your microphone.
Really?
Yeah. It's doing your webcam
This,
mic.
this kept happening during Faz too.
During what? Phasmophobia. I thought you said during
Sorry.
fat ass, and I was like, what?
I had fash. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was like, what?
all right, is that better?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
All right, be
I
mad for a
wasn't-
few minutes.
I don't want to. I'm not going to harp on the Iraq War thing too much, but I just want to point out that as somebody who was there, And as somebody who has very strong feelings on 6 Days in Fallujah, I feel like focusing on I simply don't trust Treyarch or really any developer to accurately depict the Iraq War as it happened. Because American entertainment media just has an absolute fucking, they simply cannot fathom the idea of the United States military serving at the very least a morally ambiguous role in
That's
any
being
conflict.
generous.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. At a minimal, like
I don't know if you saw, but someone tweeted like, "Oh yeah, the next one's gonna be how Russia invaded Iraq." Like someone made the joke that like,
I feel like this is something that Call of Duty of all franchises just needs to stay the fuck away from, because I simply
was
do not
inevitable.
trust them to. I simply don't trust them to do it. And you fucking know all the armchair warriors who have never been to war are going to be like, I want to be transported to the battlefield. And I'm just like, shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah, they're gonna lecture you on accuracy and
you can actually it's like, you can either have your accuracy in video games or you can't, but don't fucking lecture me on war. It's like, I want Treyarch to transport me to the battlefield. And I'm like, but they're not going to. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, I had to get that off my chest because that's been bugging me for
Has Call of
been bugging
Duty
me for a
ever
day.
done? Did they ever do anything in Vietnam?
yes,
Yeah, it's Black Ops.
Black
Ops, yeah.
How was that treated?
It basically, like, okay, so
A video game.
As little focus as possible on why we were there and what we did.
America, fuck yeah! Like that's essentially what it was.
Yeah. It could not even the one war that like pop culture has deemed it's pretty reasonable to like call a shit show. They couldn't bring themselves to,
Because,
anyway.
Like I said, Treyarch is Activision's red team. They're like they will do anything in their power to make everything seem badass, even like the absolute worst war crimes in the world.
You're gonna be just the stupidest, edgiest bullshit.
Infinity War at least pretends they have like that white liberal sense of like, oh, but hold up, war is bad. Treyarch all like, fuck yeah, fuck. That's why I like John, whatever fears you have over like them portraying the Iraq War, 100% like valid, 100%, because it's probably going to be way worse than whatever we're imagining here.
Yeah.
100%. Anyway, that's it.
Yeah. So the actual like news segment of this was going to focus on, I know, right? Me bringing things back to the headlines. So it's not news at this point that Microsoft is purchasing Activision Blizzard, and it's looking like that's very likely to go through. Microsoft has made it clear for a while that they plan on continuing for at least some length of time the multi-platform nature of Call of Duty. They're not going to like buy it and immediately make it Xbox exclusive. They're not trying to rush that through the door. And of course, some people believe that, some people don't. Whatever. Jim Ryan at PlayStation recently came out and said, okay, he kind of spilled the beans on what the deal currently is being offered, which is that Microsoft is offering an additional 3 years of multi-platform Call of Duty releases after whatever the current commitment is, which is up to like 24 or 25, something like that. So it's basically, realistically speaking, 3 years past that to 2027 or 2028. I think I remember seeing somebody do the math on. Like, that's end of the PS5 and Xbox Series cycle, probably, right? Or getting close to the end.
It depends on how Microsoft works this cycle, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So, but I mean, that's a good length of time where Call of Duty is still guaranteed to be available on all systems. And Jim Ryan saying that's not enough. That's woefully inadequate. PlayStation, Call of Duty is a big part of the PlayStation brand and our players. And like, he's not wrong, but I have some thoughts, right? Because
I can see that
big corporate acquisitions are bad, and all these acquisitions happening in gaming at a really rapid pace are really bad. But at the same time, like, PlayStation is making it sound as if they are a part owner of Call of Duty and of Activision Blizzard, and like they have to sign off, and they don't really have a say in this deal. What I think they're doing is I think they're trying to make a lot of noise to regulators, right? They want gamers on Twitter and message boards and everywhere to be the bully pulpit and yell about Microsoft, and the ultimate hope is to make enough of a conversation about how dangerous it would be for Call of Duty to leave PlayStation that maybe the regulators don't approve the deal, or if they do, to make stipulations that Microsoft can't make Activision Blizzard's games exclusive to their platforms. And it just feels fucking shitty, man.
See,
like
the reason that Call of Duty is synonymous with PlayStation, in air quotes, is because they've held back content for exclusivity.
yeah.
Like it's not a new thing for that to happen, but Jim Ryan's acting as if he's never done this before.
Yeah, like does nobody remember PlayStation money had at Activision to get Call of Duty to market exclusively through the PlayStation brand, starting with the PS4 era? Like, and that was a big deal. Call of Duty was an Xbox thing, right? Until it became a PlayStation thing, because Sony dumped a bunch of fucking money. They backed a dump truck up on Activision's doorstep and literally just said, only say the words PlayStation from here out in your commercials. Got it? Good. So like now the shoe's on the other foot and Microsoft's buying the studio and offering, for X length of time that it'll stay multi-plat, and now Sony's really, really pissed. But it's like, I don't know what to tell you. That's the game, and Sony's playing it too.
There's two things about this. So one, yeah, it's gross that Microsoft owns is buying out a bunch of all these studios, right? It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that like, so now I have to contend with the fact that like a bunch of my favorite franchises are not only held hostage by Activision, but they're also held hostage by Microsoft, right?
Yeah.
Sucks. But here's the thing. Microsoft's playing this, like the way they're playing the game is they see that Sony has all these first party studios, right? All these exclusives. Microsoft's deciding, all right, we're going to like cut the middleman. We're not going to build any studios up. We'll just fucking buy the ones that we want. It's just it's the same exact thing.
Well, they keep trying to build their own studios and it keeps not fucking working, huh? So
that's my thing. Look, they named 2 studios after like their games. Clearly that's not going anywhere. So they're like, fuck it, let's buy out like all the big ones. What is it? Sony has exclusivity for Final Fantasy 16. Fuck it, let's just buy all Bethesda and we'll have every Western RPG for the next like.
Well, and that's a good point. Is like it's not like Sony hasn't been for a long time money hatting games just to stay off of Xbox specifically.
Oh yeah, Final Fantasy 7 is still a PlayStation exclusive. Like it's still on.
And
tons of Square Enix games.
It's not ever not going to be.
Are not allowed to release on Xbox because of those financial deals. Street Fighter V, remember, very famously was a big like, okay, you just don't get to release on Xbox. Other than that, PlayStation, PC, you're fine. Not on Xbox. Like it's the same game, and it feels so cynical to see
the PS3 era. How many PlayStation 3 exclusive things on like the one on like that on that version, right? Like Kratos was on Mortal Kombat 9 or fucking.
Oh God, that's right. He was.
Like, shit like that. Xbox had nothing, right? They were like they had was Call of Duty. But funny enough, now we're back.
Do you think that Sony responds by turning to Bungie and being like, "You make games for us now," or do you think they leave it?
I think it gets hard because hasn't Bungie already committed to keeping their games multi-platform, right?
Yeah,
like I thought to it. Yeah, I see, and that's I think a hard thing is like it's Sony. If Sony makes them go back on that, like first off, Bungie's going to be vocal about that. I think because the studio culture within Bungie is that they don't want to fucking play these games anymore. They're done with that.
Which is why they sold Halo.
Yeah. And
they were like celebrating leaving Activision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I doubt they want like another.
Wasn't Bungie also one of the only studios that actually said shit about whatever the current social crisis? We have a new one every goddamn week because it's 2020 Part 3 out here. This was when the Supreme Court decision leaked.
Yes. Yeah.
Originally, yes,
Right.
and about overturning Roe versus Wade, and like Sony was like, nobody say anything, we don't even acknowledge this, and Bungie was out there like, no, we're gonna say some shit. So yeah, I think that doesn't work. Versus like Microsoft doesn't have to go back on anything, right? They can say, well, we're offering continued exclusivity. Do you want that or not? Right? If you don't like it, we cannot do it. You know, they're the ones being the good guy. And what's more frustrating is, like, it's also very likely, I don't think Call of Duty ever actually goes Xbox exclusive.
It's the only one.
I think it's just a matter of, there was a great thread I read earlier that made a ton of sense. Like, Microsoft is not going to sign an agreement that says Call of Duty can be multi-platform in perpetuity. You do not sign business deals that just go on forever. You sign an agreement and you go back to it every couple of years and see if you want to keep doing it, right? That's almost certainly how Minecraft works, right? That's almost certainly how plenty of other Microsoft-owned, that's almost certainly how many of the Bethesda things work, is right now there's an agreement to release this stuff multi-platform. Microsoft reserves the right, after a couple of years is up and those terms are up, to look at it and go, maybe we do, maybe we don't. Sony has done the exact same shit with Spider-Man, with Marvel. Right, with the movies, like literally, they play the contract extension game and create a false crisis every X number of years. Is
there a discussion to be had around the fact that Call of Duty is going to be on Game Pass now, and the fact that on PlayStation it's going to cost you $70?
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be huge.
Which is
but like
that's a good point.
There's plenty of games that are like that.
I think what will most likely happen is, like, Microsoft's not dumb, right? They know that, like, Call of Duty is like the cash cow, right?
Yeah.
And that just dumping it for free on Game Pass isn't going to make them as, you know what I'm saying? So I think Call of Duty will be the only Activision title that'll be multi-plat. Because, like, in the grand scheme of things, who the fuck cares about Crash Bandicoot? Who the fuck cares about Spyro? Who the fuck cares about all these other ones? If, like, the big money maker's the one that's going to, like, you know, keep it hurts me 100%. As some, you know what I'm saying? It hurts I'm never seeing Tony Hawk on PlayStation ever again. I'm already calling that.
I'm sorry, man.
If StarCraft Ghost ever gets actually made, like, it's not coming out on PS5, right? That's just
you know what I'm saying? So I think stuff like Overwatch, stuff like Call of Duty will stay multi-plat because it makes sense for Microsoft to do that, and everything else can just get dumped on fucking Game Pass. Then again, I don't know. Psychonauts 2 is on PS4. I don't know how. You know what I'm saying?
Psychonauts 2 came to Xbox first, though, right?
No, they launched the same. They launched the same day. Like, it was a multi-plat, like, launch at all the same time. But it came out on Game Pass, like you were talking about. It's a full price game. But it's out on you can buy it on PS4 for full price if you wanted to. So I think in the case of, like, all this other Activision bullshit, Call of Duty is the only one that stays multi-plat, just because from a business perspective it makes total sense for
there's money to soak up on PlayStation side of the pond. Because here's the thing, PlayStation gamers, people in PlayStation's ecosystem, if given the option to play Call of Duty, will spend the $70, right? If you're on PlayStation because you want, you know, the next Uncharted, the next Last of Us, the next, you know, whatever Sony's putting in the next God of War, right? All that stuff, because Final Fantasy 16 is not going to be on Xbox, right? Like, it's not coming to Xbox.
No, it's not.
No, it's an exclusive.
Yeah. So, like, if you're on PlayStation for those reasons, then the fact that it's on Game Pass doesn't matter to you. You want to play it, you're coughing up the $70. And that's $20 or whatever that Microsoft gets to soak up. You know, however
much.
It'll be
interesting if it's on Game Pass Ultimate, because that means if you've got a semi-capable PC, you can run that game.
Yeah, for sure. I hope it does, right? Because, like, they're definitely dedicated to Game Pass on PC. You know, and Ultimate is a huge value proposition for them. So, you know, I don't see a world where Call of Duty actually goes exclusive. And I think that the only reason Sony is making this noise, Jim Ryan knows, right? Jim Ryan has to know. He's not an idiot.
Yeah.
He might be an idiot, but
Well, it's possible, right? I won't rule that out, but like a lot of CEOs are. I've noticed. It seems like the further you get up the chain, really, the more disconnected from reality you get. But Jim Ryan has to know that Microsoft sees dollar signs in Call of Duty on PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
This is performative. This is performative to whip up gamers online, and it's performative to try and maybe get the regulatory committees that have to approve these deals to maybe strong arm Microsoft a bit more into giving Sony a better deal. That's all it is. It's a game, you know, and they're crying outrage, I feel like, just to try to play the board, if that makes sense.
You know, poor little Sony, you know.
Yeah,
poor,
I know.
Poor little Sony, you know, doesn't have anything. I
Poor
think,
little market leader in the gaming industry.
Yeah. Whatever are they going to do?
Yeah, they're not. I don't think they're gonna make it this fiscal. I don't know, guys. Things are looking bad for Sony.
Oh, we got a big raid from an Orient. Thank
Hi,
you, Josh.
buddy.
Oh, hi, Josh.
I
What's up,
think
Josh?
like you said, Derek, it is like this them kind of making noise. First of all, this is like the last Call of Duty game till 2024. Also, this is like a big deal. This is probably.
Oh, are
like
we
the most,
definitely
like,
getting a year off with 2023?
Yeah, we're definitely
Yes.
getting a year
Oh,
off.
thank fucking God.
That's why why do you guys think I'm so all in on Modern Warfare 2? Are you kidding?
We are getting Warzone 2, which will probably be getting content over the next year.
Whatever, it's a different thing.
Yeah.
Nothing would be better for this franchise than to take goddamn breaks, right? Like, it's the same thing with Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed, when we were getting one every single year, it was hell. And then they slowed down a bit, and it's been great for them.
I'm not allowed to discuss Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Anyway.
Look, like Sony's going to be fine. Microsoft's
Poor
gonna be
little
fine.
market leader.
Like I mean, you know, Call of Duty could disappear from the PlayStation tomorrow, and PlayStation's going to be fine. I think Sony's got a bigger issue when you combine this with the fact that games like Starfield and the next Elder Scrolls and whatever Fallout is coming next are almost assuredly not coming to PlayStation.
We have a Finn. We finally have a Finn.
Is Finn here?
Finn, hi, buddy.
Oh, we got Finn.
I'm just on my phone. I thought about calling while driving, but then I was like, you know what?
I would have fucking ripped your face off.
Then you would have really been in the dog bed.
Finn, you should have done that. You should have called while driving.
I mean,
Shut the fuck up, CJ.
I'm traveling. I don't have my car, or I would have.
Finn, you sound fucking exhausted.
Well, here's the thing. I said I'd be on this call tonight because I thought I did not have a Shin-Chan like Zoom call with Japan. Turns out I did. I'm like getting ready to log on to the call, and I get the Google Teams like
Figured
Zoom
it was a
meeting link, and I'm
possibility.
like,
Yeah.
oh no. So yeah, I'm back. I'm here to talk PAX West. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but also hi to our special guest.
Hello.
I'm Finn. Yeah. We're besties already, but you already knew that.
Finn, I can't get over how tired you sound, man. Like you sound.
He still
worn.
seems. He does not sound a tenth as tired as the time me and Finn ran into Jeff Keighley on the floor of PAX.
Oh, God.
I've never seen a more tired human being.
That was a haunted man. Also, I'm gonna point out. Hold on. Look how fucking dope my pants are. All right, look at that. Look at that.
Thank God you're wearing pants.
Thank you for the fit check. Thank
Look,
you.
I'm just saying. Call me tropical starburst, baby, because I'm
Yeah, hell yeah.
Finn, do you remember when we first started
God.
this? Finn, do you remember when we first started this podcast years ago and your nickname was Torpedo Vegas?
I do. I don't remember where it came from, but that was the name that was brought up.
Oh yeah, no, Finn was Torpedo Vegas for a little while.
Now I finally have an alternate universe name for Finn whenever I finally actually write the Insane Pro
Vegas,
broadcast.
The king himself. So we're here to talk PAX West, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. Did we have any really more points to make about
I don't
Sony and
fucking
Microsoft
think so,
and COD?
dude.
Monopolies are bad, but gamers are babies.
Yeah.
Jim Ryan needs to shut up.
And Sony's part of it too, so shut the fuck up.
Oh, did Jim Ryan pull a Jim Ryan again?
He sure did.
Oh,
sure
come
did.
on.
Jim Ryan needs to quit his Jim crying. Am I right? Put that in your
Stop.
all right. You can quote me on that,
So fucking
Kotaku.
proud of you.
They will.
All right.
So at a certain point, like I'm coming. I don't even know what you guys have already talked about, but like at a certain point, Sony's got to realize he's just Don Matricking them, right? Like he's just doing a lot of.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, dude. Yeah, that's not even a question.
The thing is, they're going into PS3, Xbox One territory now with this bullshit. Like,
It's wild. I don't know how it happens, but every single time there's a pendulum. Like they cannot.
If
company-
Sony was in first place in a generation, then they get cocky and they go PS3.
They're just
They
like,
did it-
what's history? It's
They
fine.
did it twice. Like, here's my thing. They were in first place twice in a row, right? PS1, PS2, and they're like, all right. Then they got cocky. Then they kind of humbled themselves with the PS4. Then they're still being pretty cocky, but they're still on top of the PS5.
It's the circle of life, man.
PS6 is gonna be some shit, dude.
Arrogant Sony's back, baby.
PS6 is gonna launch with like cartridges or something. They're gonna fuck up badly. They're gonna do something to like
Floppy
really
disks
fuck
are
everyone.
back.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be a dockable. It's gonna be a dockable Vita. Call it
PS6 is going to require surgery to use.
Sony's gonna bring back the Vita, give it a dock, and be like, we can make this work. If Nintendo can do it, so can we.
I mean, the big question is, does this mean we'll finally get like a Switch version of Call of Duty?
No, never.
No, that shit is never gonna fucking happen.
Microsoft does like Nintendo more than Activision Blizzard does, but still no.
Yeah.
So Finn, you were at PAX West. You were the one of us that went.
Sure.
Why
was.
don't you tell us about? First off, why don't you tell us a little bit about how the convention itself was handled?
So, as someone that
For
went to
those who
PAX
are
East
cautious and
PAX
curious.
West. So I went to PAX East and PAX West, right?
Right.
PAX East was, I don't want to call it a ghost town because that was PAX West 2021. PAX
I heard
East
about
was
PAX
like
West
a-
2021.
PAX East was decent, but nowhere near what you expected. Felt more like a local convention. Like I remember distinctly, they had so much empty space in the exhibit hall that they put the food trucks inside in the exhibit hall.
Oh man.
But we laughed, but that's a good thing, right? That
Well-
people didn't participate in
Because none of the
Yeah.
big companies that you associate with these big video game conventions there. There was no Nintendo, no Xbox, no PlayStation, no Bandai, no Sega, no Capcom. Twitch wasn't there. Not even like mainstays like the Fan Gamer merch booth. Like no one was there at PAX East. They were back here. The only ones that weren't there were Microsoft and PlayStation, but all the other big ones were back for PAX West. Nintendo was there with a huge Splatoon 3 booth and a very badly kept secret of media invite only Bayonetta 3 demos. There was
So what you're
Bandai-
saying is you played Bayonetta 3?
I did not. If I had played it, I wouldn't have brought it up because boy, are they crazy with the NDAs. But there's not an NDA that says I heard it on from someone. So Bandai was there and they were showing off, their upcoming big games. They had an Elden Ring section, but mostly they
With the
had
turtle guy. I don't even
With the
play Elden
turtle
Ring,
guy.
but I know the turtle was there.
But they had Dragon Ball Breakers. They had Pac-Man Repacked, their like remaster of Pac-Man World or whatever. But the big one, and I'm about to really put John in a precarious position because they had One Piece Odyssey with a playable demo.
I was literally reading One Piece right before we started recording, Finn.
And
Are y'all gonna make me
and-
start reading One Piece? Is that what's gonna
Here's the
happen?
thing.
I've already started.
Derek, should we book club with One Piece
Yeah.
and
I don't know.
I
come
God.
together?
This is where I
No,
check out
look,
because I don't even know what I barely know what the fuck a One Piece is.
It's
yeah,
a
but
comic,
that's what I'm
John.
saying is I'm blowing your mind because you're about to want to know because the gameplay, the battle system,
This is
is
like a
like-
straight up JRPG, right?
it's a straight up JRPG with some straight up baller ass battle system mechanics. It is like if FF10 made love to Dragon Quest 11.
Ooh.
It was a chef kiss. The battle system was so good. Just like you could swap your characters in and out of battle at will without any like penalties. Your characters each have attributes that have like a rock paper scissors mechanic. So you have like power, speed, and technique. So all the enemies also have those mechanics. So you have to like swap your characters out. There's fucking zones on the battlefield. So like if your enemies are separated, you have to like switch zones or like swap out zones like to do like different skill sets, and different skills have different attributes and different like technique like levels and who they're attacking. Oh my god, the battle system was so good. Like the demo, the overworld traversal, standard JRPG fare, right? Like but the battle system, they threw you in and gave you like a bunch of like abilities, and they overpowered you so you could just like have fun and not worry about dying. But I was playing that battle system like, holy shit, this is some good ass JRPG mechanic. I was not expecting it. As a very recent One Piece convert, like at first I was like, I'm gonna play it, and I was asking, and apparently, you don't really have to have existing knowledge to enjoy the story. It's fairly standalone. It treated like an anime movie. Like it exists in canon, but also outside of canon. But it doesn't matter. The gameplay is fucking dope, and I imagine it's gonna entice a lot of nerds into giving it a shot for the first time. So.
Oh, it's the guys who developed the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pearl remakes.
Ooh, those weren't the best games in the
To
world.
be fair, I think they were made on a budget of like a
That's
platter
true.
of ham
It was just
sandwiches.
Well, I was
So-
gonna ask Finn because I was gonna ask like who developed it. I wanted to look it up because I wanted to see if it was like one of like the like the standard like Namco like guys who always do like
Give
every anime
developers
game.
money; they will make good games.
Like it was just Cyber Connect or
Yeah,
something.
and it was gonna be like another 3D
fucking
fighter.
Cyber Connect.
It was gonna be-
Here's the other thing that I think is super cool, right? I gave the brand manager for Bandai for One Piece and Elden Ring, she's the same brand manager, a Saki award for this game, right? And she was like, "Oh my god, I'm about to leave and hop on a plane to go to Tokyo Game Show and meet with the creator of One Piece, and I'm going to show him this sock that
No
has an award."
shit.
These
Oh,
Saki awards
So-
have shown up in some places, y'all.
I'm just saying,
like,
It's so
If we get the
cool.
creator of One Piece posing with fucking Saki,
the
I'm about
final
to
chapter
lose
of One Piece is gonna have
You're
like
done.
Saki.
Finn will retire. That's it.
I'll read one. I'll
Saki
read One
is the One
Piece.
Piece.
I will read One Piece if that happens.
That is a game that I know John like will enjoy, but it would be hard for him because he doesn't care about One Piece. But I'm saying for those on the fence about should I get into One Piece, this game might prove the perfect primer for you and let you know if like the only thing I have an issue with, and this is just how sometimes Japanese games are, it's not the English voice cast. It's not dubbed. It's just subbed, but the Japanese voice cast is solid. I just, as a Funimation fan, I would have enjoyed the
It
English
seems
voice.
as if like if you're not like Dragon Ball or Naruto, you're not getting a dub for your game because even the My Hero games didn't get dubbed.
Yeah.
which is
Well,
weird.
see,
Really?
Yeah,
My
the
Hero
One
games
Piece
did get
games
dubbed.
they got a dub as DLC, so I'm hoping that'll happen for this too.
did the last one get like a dub? Like the last
I
the open
think
world one?
I'm not sure. I haven't actually checked. Don't call me that. However, I'm gonna pivot and then talk about a couple games that I think John would like directly.
Hit me.
So, John,
Hit me, baby. Let's hear
how
it.
do you feel about Persona like vibes, but instead of a turn-based RPG, it's a strategy tactical RPG?
Well, you got my fucking attention.
Did
now.
we already get that in Devil Summoner?
But good.
Ooh.
No,
Spicy.
okay, I enjoy Devil Summoner, but Devil Summoner.
No,
so,
John. Okay, that
I
loses
think,
its effect the second time. No.
Yeah.
Get-
Hey,
get-
watch
no,
this.
get
Watch
that
this.
No,
Remove from group.
All right. So while John's not here because he decided to be a snarky man, there's an indie game.
I'm adding him
by,
back.
I thought no. You should have waited.
Wow.
Derek, you should have waited like at least 10, 5 minutes, and then watch him in the Twitch chat going, "Fuckers, let me back in."
Wow, Finn. Wow.
You can't just stop hating. All right.
Finn.
It's called Demon School, and it had an
Oh, I heard
amazing.
about this actually. I heard a little bit about this. I heard a little bit about it.
So the battle system is grid strategy based, but what's cool is all of your characters share the same AP points. And so you move them all in a planning phase, and when you lock it in, everyone initiates their attacks in the order you did them. So like if you're moving enemies around or triggering group attacks, it all happens in the order that you placed it, but you have to be pretty precise in how you use it. And certain characters have certain attributes. Like there's one character that can only heal; he can't hurt enemies, so you have to use him to keep your people alive. And there's one girl that can only debuff. So you have to like be careful and like balance out and make like so debuff girls got to go first so that when you attack her, that kind of thing. And it's got a really cool it's hard to ignore the Persona vibes when it's about like kids in school dealing with monster and like possession and stuff like that. But anyway, that was really good.
Dope. I like it.
I got a chance to go with Yacht Club Games and check out both of their new upcoming games. They had demos for SteamWorld Dig, which is just Shovel Knight's take on Dig Dug, and Drill Dozer, and there's kind of
SteamWorld Dig is a game.
Just a roguelike mechanic, but just how far can you go down?
But SteamWorld Dig is already a game, Finn.
It is. That's what I said. But
you mean Shovel Knight Dig?
Yeah, this is Shovel Knight.
That's what he said.
Oh, okay. No, he said SteamWorld.
I thought he said SteamWorld.
Definitely said SteamWorld.
Oh, well.
He said bad. Shovel Knight too. No, I heard Shovel Knight. You said
Shovel Knight Dig.
Dig.
We got it. Cleared up. Shovel Knight Dig.
Shovel Knight Dig, okay.
It was really cool because the creator was so excited. He was like, this is the first time I've been able to create new knight designs for a while. So like as you go down, you're fighting brand new villains, like brand new bosses, which I thought was neat. But the real draw for me was the first playable build of Mina the Hollower, their new Game Boy Color Link's Awakening inspired Kickstarter game that dropped like last year. John's gonna
I do remember this. Yes.
Is sick as fuck.
John's gonna love that fucking game. So it is definitely a love letter to the Game Boy era Zelda game.
For sure, immediately.
But straight up, Dark Souls style mechanics. So there, he's like, I want you to like every encounter wants to feel dangerous, and when you die, like you lose your soul in that area, and you got to get back to it. But there's a burrow mechanic and the jump and like so everything you have to be very tactile. Like even the way he called it Dark Souls is like every encounter can be deadly if you don't treat it seriously. Like even a slime could fucking take you out. So it had less. It's not Zelda-esque in the sense that there are no puzzles. It's not a puzzle game. The puzzles, he said, are how you approach combat encounters.
Oh hell yeah!
But oh my god, is that game fun? And it evokes that era in a way that just chef's kiss. That was a highlight. But I will say, my game of the show. I'll get back to it.
Son of a bitch, Finn.
What is that? I want to end on it. I want to end on that.
That's
Come on,
fair. That's fair.
So Baldur's Gate 3 was incredible. I purposely have not played any of the early access, so this was all new to me. We got a chance to a group I was with, my Divinity Original Sin group that plays every week. We got to group interview Larian for Baldur's Gate, and we got to play co-op. They linked our computers together, and we got to do the demo in co-op, and it was a blast. It is a step above and an upgrade to almost everything that made Original Sin 2 so great. I am just in love with that game. So that was awesome.
Is that game coming to consoles at any point?
So I asked about that.
It will.
I was like, so the game's going to come out, and then a year later, after a bunch of patches, you're going to do the definitive edition for Baldur's Gate, and then a couple months later, you're going to release it on consoles, right? And he was like, I mean, there's nothing official, but we're Larian.
Love that answer.
It's like they're obviously they're not gonna. Nothing will ever be announced like that until the game is out of early access or whatever. But I mean, they did it for Original Sin 1. They did it for Original Sin 2. There's no reason to think Baldur's Gate won't follow suit. They're very good at translating that to consoles. I don't know how. They're fucking wizards, but whatever. River City Girls 2, fucking amazing.
You know it.
Part of that one.
It drops this year. No date, but it comes out this year. River City. So here's what I did not know going into this demo: online co-op, 4 players, not just 2.
Oh fuck yeah!
So I'm that so
game,
good.
Like I played that first game all by myself because there's no online, there was no thing. That shit was tough.
Yeah,
incredibly tough. Holy shit!
Super good. So I played Company of Heroes 3 over at Sega. It's been a long time since this
I didn't know that was
franchise
coming
came
out.
Exactly. Me either. I was like, oh shit, Company of Heroes 3. That game has had a huge overhaul. They've added a world map, like Civilization style, right? So you have a Civ style sim where you're moving your forces and your resources and stuff. And then when you enter a skirmish, it transitions into an RTS map.
Okay.
So it goes Civilization, and then when you enter combat, the game goes into a traditional Company of Heroes style RTS. And that was incredible. Loved that. All right. Here was a surprise hit. The creators of Maneater, our favorite shark RPG, are
Yeah.
making a multiplayer competitive shooter called Disguise Inc. It's basically like
Oh.
Didn't
like
it come out that those guys
two-based
suck
right?
though?
No, the CEO sucks, and then the CEO was ousted. And
Oh,
fine.
right. Okay. Sorry,
I was
Fed.
like, I don't know about that. All I know is the people there were really nice. There's some French Canadian dev team, but it's like it's Among Us-esque in that you play as these teams of spies, but everyone on the map looks like an NPC. And so you have to complete these objectives while still looking like an NPC, because if you get like outed as a spy, then you can be taken out. And once you're out until the end of the match. And so it's like two teams trying to figure out, like trying to look and play like an NPC, doing random things, not moving erratically, while still trying to accomplish these objectives that are increasingly time-based. I had no expectations going in, but I really enjoyed myself. That was a lot. I think that has a lot of like Twitch stream, like our team like playing together potential. So
I want to say that was announced during Summer Games Fest, and it struck
I
me
think
as
it was
it struck me as an idea that I'm shocked hasn't been done yet.
right. But it was so well done. I think like it was really fun. Like trying to be like, okay, I know I need to go like hack this terminal, but how do I do that without looking like I'm hacking this terminal? And so all of the characters have their own skills and perks and stuff, and so each character can do something different. So like mine can hop between NPC bodies in a serpentine fashion if they get discovered. So you can try and like escape into another NPC before you're taken out completely. I don't know, man. It was awesome. By the creators of River City Girls and the Shantae games. There's a new game coming out called Spider Stars, like dinosaurs but spider stars.
Oh no.
What?
I'm curious. I think they're disgusted.
I'm trying to
Giant
figure out what
spiders. That's what it sounds like.
No,
this looks
so
dope.
that's just the name of it. It's way forwards, cartoonish, like Saturday morning take on Contra.
Yeah, looks sick as fuck. Look at this.
It is. It was super fucking dope. Also, I was really proud of myself. The dev was watching me as I played. He was like, "Wow, you're really
That
good." Have you
is
played Contra
definitely
before?"
a spider and a dinosaur smashed
Oh,
together.
that's definitely. Oh wow.
I love this.
It's great. They were like, we didn't like a lot of our games have anime aesthetics, but we wanted this to invoke like Saturday morning
I was
cartoons.
gonna say very Saturday morning
They
cartoon.
Hey,
even
looks
have
like
like
old.
an animated Saturday morning cartoon intro. It's really cool. So it's got co-op. Anyway, couple more. I played a bunch of games, but I'm only trying to focus on the ones I had. Like there was, remember Gungrave on PS2?
Yo, Grungrave Gores.
Gungrave Gore's coming
I
out.
do actually.
I'm gonna say definitely try it on Game Pass. They've done an admirable job of remaking a game and making it definitely feel like it's from the PS2 era.
Let's fucking go, baby. Fucking go.
That's a
Is that a
vibe.
compliment, or is that?
I enjoyed it for what it was. I don't know how modern like gamers will approach that style. Like it's very slow and clunky, just like the original Gungrave was.
That's
But it was
CJ4
fun.
right there. Let's fucking go.
I played Ghost Song, which is that upcoming Humble Games dark horror tinged Metroidvania game.
Yeah.
That's going to Game Pass as well, isn't it? If I remember
Yes.
correctly.
What
Correct.
game is it called?
I'm here for a Metroidvania.
Ghost Song.
I'm always here for a Metroidvania. I mean,
Right? I'm a sucker for them. It doesn't take much. Now, I will say, one of my favorite things about PAX is coming across games I've never heard of and knew nothing about, right? That's
Yeah.
one of our favorite parts about PAX. One of my top 3 games of the show is one I'd never heard of before. Derek will understand our good old boy Cal from
Yeah.
Thunderful. This is one of their games. It's called Wordless or Worldless. I think I typed it in my computer or my phone
Might have
auto-corrected the name
auto-corrected
when I
it.
was typing it down. Yeah, Worldless. Aesthetically, it's very Ori and Will o' the Wisps.
Okay.
But when you enter combat, it turns into a JRPG turn-based battle system with like Super
Wow.
Mario RPG inspired like timing your button presses. It was fucking amazing.
It is pretty fucking cool.
Oh, this looks cool.
Wait,
So-
what's the game called again?
Gorgeous.
What's it called?
Worldless.
I'll drop it in the.
It's from
Worldless.
Code
Look it up.
Sync.
Look it up.
Worldless.
Go to
I'm
their
going right now.
Twitter
I'm
page.
going right now.
This
know.
looks
I'll
cool
drop
as
it. I'll
hell.
drop it.
Worldless
I've dropped the
game
link.
on Twitter. The soundtrack fucking haunting and beautiful. Just you'll understand why I give it like Ori-esque vibes. Like it's just
Yes.
very
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I
and
can
the
see
battle
that.
system.
Wait,
is
was this one your favorite one?
Yes, this is one of my
Okay.
top 3. This was amazing. So
It's gorgeous.
I know.
Worldless.
And there's like Metroidvania style like hidden mechanics and stuff, and there's a skill tree and a level up system, and the battle system, you get this little meter and you can do as many physical and magical attacks as you want in that meter, and then once you break their shields down you can absorb them and it turns into a little mini game. Oh my god, like everything about this game. Like there was an auto 15-minute timer on this demo, and when that timer went out I was just angry. I was upset that you were stopping me from playing this game.
I've just got to the skill tree, and like the fact that the skill tree is seamlessly, it's just you.
Yes. It turns out you expand your arms and become the skill tree. It's
That's
ridiculous. Oh, I
That's
don't know
day
shit
one.
about what the story is, but I don't care. This game was incredible.
Yeah,
was
the
so-
art style is striking.
Yeah. So Worldless, check it out. It's dope. Until we get Final Fantasy Tactics Remake, there was an indie game coming out called Arcadian Atlas that is literally just, hey, what if we took Final Fantasy Tactics and gave it some modern quality of life mechanics and also gave you a magic using raccoon named Poncho?
Oh, that's different game
Poncho.
from what I was thinking of.
Arcadian Atlas was very good. It doesn't even pretend to not try and just be another Final Fantasy Tactics. Gameplay mechanic wise, everything down to like the charge spells and technique attacks that like delay your turn to the way the graphics look. The
Nice
story,
pixel art.
right? And the story, from what I gathered from the demo, is also very Final Fantasy Tactics inspired. A lot of political intrigue and like
Yeah, it says it's
machinations.
politically charged.
I mean, it is. It's in the sense of like Game of Thrones or Tactics was. It's about countries at war and political intrigue and stuff. And I don't know, that was a really good one too. It does not pretend to not be in love with Final Fantasy Tactics, but it's been so long since we've had a game like that. I don't care.
Did you say you play as a raccoon?
That is one in the demo. That is one of the characters that
Right.
There's a plot that a raccoon comes across a spilled magical potion and becomes sentient and gains magical powers and becomes one of your mages. And it's Poncho.
On
Hang on,
Twitter,
are you-
it says,
are you
on Twitter it says
implying-
Poncho is a rascal gifted with nearly human level intellect, and he's also a real chonky boy.
Oh,
You-
he's good time.
Are you implying that raccoons on the road are not sentient?
I mean,
verbally
raccoons are
sentient.
Are we implying that
Raccoons are
raccoons
generally
on the
trash
whole are
pandas that
not
are horrible,
chonky
but-
boys?
If they can think, like
No,
I've
this
only
looks
got
good.
I've
This
only
looks
got
good.
2 more. I played System Shock.
is
Ooh.
it good?
I've heard it's very good.
I have the demo from 2 years ago downloaded, but I've not had time to play it.
Let me tell you, someone that also, I was a Kickstarter backer, so I also have that demo. They have done some magic. I think one of the coolest things they did was they went with this aesthetic choice that made it look kind of like voxels. So it looks like a modern take on like what the original System Shock looked like on computers back then. But it just in motion, it looks so good. I don't know how to describe it. Like it's like a modern
gameplay.
retro. So that, and then just I got my ass kicked so hard. I was doing pretty well until I entered a room that I did not know was irradiated, and I died
As
real
one
fast.
does. That's happened to me multiple times in life.
Finally, oh no, one more before that. Also by Thunderful and Code Sync is a game called Planet of Lana, Lana.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks amazing, that one.
Yes, I'm so excited for that.
Okay, so y'all know, yeah,
Yeah.
it was super good. The demo was incredible.
When is
love
this supposed to
Lava
come
Boy.
out?
This
Don't
year.
know.
Yeah, it got
Is it
delayed,
still
right? It was
30?
supposed to come out this year and it got delayed, right?
I think
So it's
I-
a puzzle. It's a puzzle platformer,
check.
kind of in the vein of like a 2D Inside or Limbo or Ico type of game. It's a girl and her little creature, and you're trying to get through this planet wilderness that it's being taken over by robots. Don't know anything else about it except the gameplay was solid and the puzzles made me feel real smart.
it's
A
out this
girl
year,
and her little
and they are
creature.
currently doing previews for the game.
No, it got delayed. It's
Oh, they have
it's
just got it
currently
there.
no
The website-
2023.
The website
Okay.
was out of date.
Yeah,
One of my last
it
game
was
that I
supposed to be
played
this year because it was on my Fantasy Critic, but I had to drop it because it got delayed.
So I had one more game.
And I'm assuming this is your game of the show, Finn. This is
This is.
the one that
And you're gonna laugh, and I don't care. It's whatever.
Pick Ross.
It's WrestleQuest.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really super fucking stoked about this,
I'm
dude.
so excited.
That's the wrestling. That's the wrestling JRPG.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yes, I'm fucking
let me
excited
tell you.
about this.
Let me tell you, it's so good. It's so much better
Never
than
heard
the
of
demo
this.
that dropped a couple months ago.
Oh, Britt, look it up.
So
Oh,
I got to
so
play-
good.
So
Is it-
I did not know that they had licensed over 30
Yeah, they've
real
officially licensed
wrestlers.
like characters. Randy Savage is in that game.
Randy Savage, like
What is this?
Oh, Britt, it looks so good.
Oh,
It looks
dude.
so fucking good.
Yo, Finn, you know what it reminds me
world
of?
where it's like the wrestling action figures.
Oh, I can't
And
Yeah.
he
wait.
plays this
This looks
character,
fucking amazing.
and it's very like a dragon-esque in that the main character is afflicted with a permanent kayfabe, which is the term for like when you treat wrestling
Yeah.
like it's real.
Yeah.
he
I
actually
love
thinks
wrestling.
wrestling is real.
Yeah, it
And
looks
so-
so good.
Every time someone mentions writers or something, he's like, "What are you talking about? Like you sound
Yeah,
stupid."
they treat it like how every single movie treats wrestling. Like
Yes.
Spider-Man 1 treats wrestling as a real thing, and he tries to kill that man. Like he just tries to
Yeah.
kill him.
Like, and it's a legit turn-based RPG.
Oh
You
my
know-
god! And here's the best thing, John. When you knock out an enemy, remove all of its hit points, they don't go out yet. You have to then pin them. And
That's
there's a
cool.
pin
Oh,
that's a ATB style, like think in a golf game where you have to like hit the meter. You have to like pin them and do a 3 count, otherwise they gain some HP back. And before boss battles, you can you do like a hype reel,
come on.
and you have to like insult them back and forth. And if you get
Oh
better
my
insults, you get
God.
like buffs.
Yeah,
Oh
my
this looks
God.
so
Every-
fucking great. Yeah.
It's
RPG
better
mechanic has been
than
WrestleFied.
game.
So like there aren't even any locked doors in dungeons. There's tables, and you have to find a table token and then slam an NPC through the table to open up the path.
This
That's
sounds
so
so good.
You know,
This
you know,
sounds
awesome.
so
There's
good.
also like Super Mario RPG style timing mechanics. So when you knock an enemy back into the ropes, they come back at you, and if you don't hit the button properly, like to clothesline them for extra damage, then they can hit you back and knock your turn out a little bit.
Now,
So
when
if
is
you
this
have
coming
to-
out? Finn, when is this coming out? Because it was supposed to come out in summer of this year.
Yes. We don't know yet. We don't have a window. We will find out soon, they said. They have an event planned where they are going to announce it. But I think the coolest thing is the developers all dressed as wrestlers and were in character the entire time.
That's
Yes.
so
They
fucking
called
good.
themselves the Silk Road Warriors.
Who have
Oh,
the
also-
license?
Oh, this. Yeah, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. What was that, Ryan?
Who have the license? Because I know Randy Savage is in it. I'm pretty sure they got Andre the Giant. Did they ever
Jake
get?
the Snake? Do they call them that though?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
they're
they do.
called Jake the Snake. It's their actual names. Diamond
No
Dallas Page.
shit.
dude, imagine if-
Randy said, and see the ones that they didn't get licensed for, they have homage characters. Like
Like, is
in the
Ric
demo,
Flair-
there was one clear person that was supposed to be Stone Cold Steve Austin, but was just a stuffed teddy bear. It was
Oh,
amazing.
so it's
So-
called Steve Creamery.
Yeah, something like that. And then finally, they mentioned that there's all the different lands in the world are based off of a different genre of wrestling. So there's the luchador like country. There's the one based on Japanese wrestling. There's one based on like the Attitude Era AEW,
That's cool.
where
Oh my
like
This is
God.
so great.
Yes.
This is
and
so
stuff.
fucking great. I've
Ah,
been
Yeah,
looking
you
forward
sold
to
me
this.
on this.
WrestleQuest was fucking dope. I got an interview with them. I recorded one just audio only, so I'll be trying to edit that and put that up. Also, they had a WWE Hall of Famer Jeff Jarrett there to help.
I don't know who that is, but it sounds.
Did he have his guitar with him?
But
He carries that thing everywhere.
So he's the one I took some pictures of them with the sake. He put it on his hand and was like, I feel like mankind. And he took the picture with the sock in the developer's mouth. It was awesome. So I'm just saying the game's real good. And I knew I'd like it because it looks so much. They were like, our inspirations are Chrono Trigger, Super Mario RPG, and Final Fantasy VI. I'm like, well, you fucking just hit my trifecta. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
It's good. Good shit.
Good times. PAX West was really good. It was also just nice to see a bunch of people again.
God, who did you hang out with? Like,
I realized I never answered Derek's original question, which was how was it handled? Masks were required everywhere. If you ever took a mask off, an enforcer would either tell you to put it on or escort you out. Good. Everywhere, like every panel. Like one time I went to a panel and I forgot I didn't have my mask on because I just walked into the hotel and they like ran and pulled me aside and like mask. And I was like, oh shit, you're right. I'm so sorry. So they were super diligent about it. There was hand sanitizer stations everywhere.
I'm thinking PAX East is our glorious return, man. Ooh, it's time.
PAX West jumped up from PAX East. I'm saying PAX East 2023 is going to be like pre-pandemic style, like in terms of like everyone's going to be back, like all the developers and stuff. Like I truly think it'll be the one to go to for y'all because they did not give a shit about. Oh, you could hear some people complain, but well, this current CDC, they're like, we don't care. You need a mask, like.
I feel like I miss everyone. Like I miss everyone. I miss hanging out.
You're gonna see us all in like a month. So.
I know, but it needs to be more often than that.
I'm just excited. Like more than anything, I'm excited to see Martha.
Yeah,
I think I'm in danger when you two get together for sure.
And now imagine Britt, Martha, and Vicky all together.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Martha's gonna adopt you. Like it's just gonna happen. That's what she does. So.
I'm okay with that.
I finally met someone from 47 PR in person.
Yeah.
Well, they exist,
and had a good
productive conversation.
We exchanged contacts, and I think we might finally have broken that iron wall.
God, I hope so. We've done enough of their games. Not to get too inside baseball here, but goddamn.
Oh yeah, they're difficult. They're really difficult to get a hold of unless you have a contact.
Yes, and now we do. So yay, that was probably my personal goal. I was like, yes.
I'm at a con next month. It's my first con professionally covered.
Nice.
EGX down in London.
Yeah.
And I've been looking over the plan for today, and I've realized that my personal goal is find anybody from Nintendo to talk to.
Yeah, that's. Oh, I did meet a bunch of people from Golin PR, the people that run Nintendo. Yep. So that was also good.
Just never mentioned my name.
Derek.
So how many? I want to know how many times you were like, I was the PR guy for Shin-Chan.
A couple times, just because when it came up with like other PR friends, they're like, "What have you been up to?" I'm like, I mean, have you heard about this? And they were like, "Oh my god, that was you," and that made me feel real special.
I wonder if anybody at Nintendo like watched that trailer for Shin-Chan and then was like, "Wait a minute."
I know that voice.
Wait a minute.
A couple people did, but it's a couple people who like me. So, and they're not anybody important. So
wait a minute. Doug Bowser's like, dispatch a team to his house immediately. Green light, Shaw. Green light.
Every new head of Nintendo gets like your file. Did you
see that a while ago? That apparently devs keep files on all journalists.
Yes.
That was the most terrifying thing I've read in my entire life. I was like, oh no,
it's a
what's
good
my
thing
path
I'm
there?
not a journalist.
I guess now it is a good thing that I'm not.
CJ, shut up.
You know who is a journalist is John.
Out of all of us, he's the biggest one, apparently.
He's the wokest one, of course.
Wait, what?
We're being facetious. It's okay.
Okay, I was about to say, like, well, hold on.
Because everybody claims that you're a journalist and says that you write for IGN and Shit.
You write one article about white phosphorus in Call of Duty, and suddenly you're a fucking journalist.
Just because you put
So-
one article, it doesn't.
You've written
I
a
cut
couple
someone's hair, it
articles,
doesn't make you a
but I
barber.
mean, again, writing a couple of guest pieces does not make somebody a journalist. Like, and,
No.
and you don't claim to be. Anyway, we're getting off track.
Yeah.
But PAX West went well. Good. I'm glad to hear that.
I am
think
glad to
we will
hear
be
that
making
too, Finn.
plans to try and hit East, maybe.
Oh,
I
just
think-
someone in the chat. I can't read it because I just pulled it up. Asked about kaiju.
Big battle.
There was a kaiju war demo as well. That
Oh, I don't know that.
A tactical kaiju game.
Oh,
That was cool.
that's Justin. That's Justin's
That's a
alley.
me thing too. So, but yeah. Oh,
So, a little bit before we get offline here, it's not video game related, but a little bit of really cool breaking news is that before the midterms, it looks like Joe Biden is looking at federally legalizing marijuana.
hell
Huzzah.
yeah! Does that mean you'll finally get to
Fuck
smoke
yes.
weed, John?
Pass the fucking Dutchie. bro.
Yes.
Let's fucking
Pass the-
go.
Yes.
All I gotta say is, Joe, do it before October 22nd, man.
Come on,
I'm-
Sleepy
hey,
Joe.
I'm bringing
Brandon,
I'm bringing
listen to me.
weed, and I'm bringing things that are technically not weed.
Hey,
Embrace,
listen.
go full dark, Brandon.
As a government employee, Brandon, listen to me. Listen to me.
Brandon.
Dude, I need you to
Please, come
I need you
on.
to do this. I need you to do this for me.
Come on.
Embrace
I need
the
you to
meme, Joe. Embrace the
Please.
meme.
He's already done
Like-
that. Have you not seen the photos?
Hey,
I desperately need this to happen. But so
John's like, I desperately need to get fucking high.
I just need to, man.
No
I
longer.
just fucking need to.
listen, listen, Joe. Listen to this man. Listen.
Like, listen to me, Mr. President. No, we've got a lot of cool shit coming up. So for the first time ever, the week of October 22nd, for the first time ever, the entire podcast will be physically present in one room for the first time. And we've been doing this shit for 6 years now almost. And we will be all of us. We've assembled at PAX East, like, you know, kind of a ragtag group. But this is the first time that the whole podcast will actually be there in one room. It's going to be a fucking madhouse. We're going
So
to do.
you're sleeping on the couch and I get to bed with Vicky, right?
I fucking told you. I told you, Derek. I fucking told you, Derek, and I told you, CJ.
You know
and I
what? If
told
she
you,
steals
Ryan.
Vicky, that just means she can't steal Martha. So.
Before we went
No,
live, I was like, Brit,
it'll be me, Vicky, Martha, Moo, and Dottie.
I fucking told you guys before we go live. I was like, Brit's gonna be like, John, you're sleeping on the fucking couch. I fucking told you.
yeah.
God, just be my big spoon.
Okay, fine,
Yes.
Fine.
Thank you, Finn. Thank you.
fine. At least somebody loves. At least somebody appreciates me, Finn. Finn's gotta go. We love you, buddy.
Bye, Finn.
Sorry,
Bye.
Later, Bob.
Love you.
letting
Thank
me ramble
you.
about PAX and then have to
Fit-
bounce because life. I don't know.
Get some
Also,
sleep,
Finn
my
leaving
man.
first means he
Need some
sleeps in a dog bed. Bye.
Yeah.
Who's a what? What?
What? Yeah, Finn leaving first means he has to sleep on the dog bed.
Somebody's sleeping in the dog bed.
I mean, the dog bed is. I mean, don't your dogs sleep on your bed, John?
One of them does.
Yeah. So technically, the master bedroom is the dog bed. So
So I'm sleeping in the dog bed. I'm sleeping in the dog bed. I
She's gonna be-
volunteer tribute.
There's gonna be 9 of us piled in that one bed.
Oh, we should do
It'll be
that.
like the
Yeah,
fucking
like
seven dwarves. It'll be like
Husband-
it'll be like
husband, son.
Charlie from Willy Wonka's like grandparents. Just all, everybody piled into one fucking bed.
oh, we should all we all get in under the covers, play video games. We stream that for 24
Yeah,
hours.
yeah. No, that
first of all,
Honestly-
that was
honestly,
essentially me for
24 hours
extra
straight.
life on the
I don't
beanbag.
sleep.
Britt spent more time sleeping on the beanbag with Moo than anything
I didn't
else.
sleep.
Like,
I did
She wasn't
not.
sleeping. No, she was
no, you didn't
soaking
sleep,
that up.
But Moo was like, I ain't fucking moving.
Bye, Finn.
Bye.
Later,
Bye,
Bob.
Finn.
Ryan, it was a pleasure. Have a
when-
lovely day.
You well, it's the evening, but you too.
I mean, yeah,
when Moo was snuggling with Brittany, like it was like she was like Jordan Belfort in The Wolf of Wall Street. It's like, Moo, come here. She's like, I'm not fucking leaving. Like,
But yeah, so all of us are getting together because we're gonna do a big multi-day like charity streaming event. We're gonna stream that Friday and that Saturday, 12-ish hours each day. We have a wheel that we are gonna spin with a bunch of games on it for us to play together, local multiplayer games. Good old school bullshit. I think we said we were going to raise money for the National Network for Abortion Funds.
Correct.
Last
That is
I
correct.
checked. So I need to get that set up on Tiltify, but like that's what we're gonna do. We're raise money for abortion funds, and I'm gonna set like a $5,000 goal and see if we can bust that. But yeah.
And if you have any ideas of what we should do for like what is it
milestones
called?
or whatever.
Milestones. Yes,
Or, like,
I was gonna say
punishment times.
I was
I'm
gonna
not
say
drinking.
landmarks, and I was like,
I was gonna say shots.
right.
There you go.
I'm not drinking fucking ranch
No,
again.
I will do shots for free. What are you guys?
Yeah, I
talking
mean that's not a
about?
punishment.
Hold up.
So if you guys have any ideas for milestones, please let us know.
That won't get us banned
for
off
people
Twitch.
who lose the games.
How much would it cost to get Derek to shave?
Oh, he'll just
He'll do it.
shave. I mean,
Yeah, he's
I
already
like
done it.
my beard though.
how about eat
No.
bugs?
No.
Bro,
Are you gonna go
okay.
catch a bug, John?
I'll catch some
Yeah.
fucking bugs.
Hey,
Fuck it,
listen,
I'll catch some bugs.
every milestone, John gets to say some outlandish thing that whatever comes
We
to
have
mind,
to
and
listen and agree with what a
no
John
one can say shit. We'll have to sit there and just take it, all right?
Yeah. Yep. No, I like it. I like where this is going.
Anyway.
I like
I'm
where
gonna
this is going.
I'm
We
gonna
are-
do a PowerPoint of why you should play Final Fantasy IX before Final Fantasy VI.
Yes, and I'll agree with it. I'll help make it.
Derek's
we
like,
are-
for the love of God, we need to get offline.
We are well over time.
Yeah, I know.
Ryan, thank you for joining us, buddy. If people want to find you on Twitter, where can they look?
I am at Easby Games on Twitter. You can find my general work over at WePC.
Doing some good shit over there too, man. For real.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for joining us tonight, man. We really
Yeah,
appreciate
it's
it.
a good time.
Yeah, I'd love to do it again sometime.
Yeah,
And-
it's just a shame
and-
it's 2 a.m. where you are.
I know.
It's
3:30
actually
now.
4 a.m. now.
It's 4
Yeah.
a.m. now. Look, you gotta you gotta sacrifice your body for video games, man. Okay, like that's key. Sacrifice is everything. But yeah, we've got.
The first thing I see when I go to your Twitter is Zach Fair holding Cloud Strife, and I'm like, yep, immediate follow. That's all I needed.
that cover photo got changed. The second. No, I changed it to that. The second they showed it on the stream, I was like, screenshot.
Yep.
All right, guys, we gotta go offline. We'll see you next week. Remember, kindness costs nothing. Take care of each other.
Bye.